Well, hello everyone. My name is MoonRoster, and welcome to the first 30 minutes or so of Griftlands. Griftlands is it's a deck building game, but it's kind of two deck building games at once. Now, in breaking the tradition, so to speak, of the first 30 minutes or so series, I have actually played Griftlands before. I've played a run or two, but in the spirit of keeping things fresh, I've not played as Rook ever. I've only ever played as Sal. So we're gonna do the first 30 minutes or so of a Rook run, kind of get a feel for this character and the game in general, see how we like it, and if we do like it, then as is tradition, tomorrow, October 1st, Thursday, on twitch.tv/MoonRoster, we're going to play the game for 3 whole hours. But in order to know if we like it, we got to play it. And in order to play it, I got to click. So let's click and get right to it. I don't think I ever realized that, oh, maybe this isn't a customization, this is just seeing what you start with, and sure. But we haven't beaten the game as him yet, so I don't think we have any mutators or anything. So let's just jump right in.
You bear the brunt of the world when you wear a soldier's uniform. So you turned yours in and left the Admiralty. But even out of uniform, your name still carries the weight of your medals. Captain Rook, the veteran, the hero, the saboteur, the spy. These days you freelance, and you're on your way to a job in Grout Bog, where the Spark Barons plumb the ruins looking for forgotten treasures. The bugs there are hard to spot, but they bleed you dry if you let them. Seems like you'll fit in just fine.
Alright, so we're playing as a super spy. That's pretty cool. So typically, at least the impression I got from Sal as a character, is that you're presented with an objective, an end goal, and it's up to you to figure out the route you take to get there. Whether you're allying with certain factions, striking it out on your own, going for more of a diplomacy focus or a combat focus. So, the land around Grout Bog squelches with mud hungry for legs as well as boots. The only roads lead to the gate, flanked by armed security. A Spark Baron guard. Oh, and you can hover over this to see. A Spark Baron guard steps out into the path as you approach. Stop right there, the bog is closed, especially to grifters like you. Unless you pay the processing fee. Then maybe I could see to considering your petition for entry. So, I have two options here. I can just give 20 of my 75 money, or I can go into a negotiation fight to try and, get in for free, which we're going to do. Forgive me for being skeptical of this fee. In fact, I'd like to speak to your supervisor. We'll figure it out. So, core argument, spare coin. Whenever the coin is flipped, apply 1 composure to a random friendly argument or deal 1 damage to a random enemy argument. Interesting. Okay. Heads and snails are 2 sides of your lucky coin. Heads deal max damage. I maybe should have done that tutorial for him after all. Kind of figured it would just work out the same way it did before, but that's fine. We're gonna improvise a card because that's usually good. Oh, and this basically guarantees I'll get heads, I assume. Oh, it's tails right now. I see. So if I do this, it becomes heads. And now I deal max damage. Flip your spare coin. I need sure. Alright. I think I get it. Every turn he flips his coin, if he gets heads, he gets 1 composure, which is like armor, basically. If he gets tails, it deals damage to an enemy argument. Or maybe it's... Well, that's convenient. When this argument is destroyed, all cards are returned to Rook's hand. Rook gains 2 vulnerability. Keebley gains 1 composure for each hostility card you draw. So, I have 4 damage coming to me. We're gonna... it is important in this game to clear your throat one moment. Apologies. It is important in this game, in my experience, to keep as much health as you possibly can. So I'm going to rationale to gain 3 armor. I'm taking 4 damage. So I'm kind of inclined to rationale again. And in fact, I will. We're going to... we're going to destroy this argument. Alright, and that's what we got. Alright. So they're targeting this argument that they've given me, which will give me vulnerability, which I don't particularly want. However, I can theoretically just win. I'm guaranteed 4 damage. I think I risked it. Alright. I shouldn't have risked it, as it turns out. But that's okay, because I can simply tank up here and be fine. At least 3. There we go. We have guaranteed. And we have cleared our first argument. So now that we have done that, we have to pick a card to add to the deck if we want. This seems good. Let's pick up Burn. I've not run into AoE in this game, and dealing 2 to all enemy arguments I think will pretty regularly destroy some of the ancillary little 1-2 health extra ones that they were ending up with. Oh, I should probably be reading the text. Well, do you want to get your supervisors involved? Ha! They just doubled the fee. But fine, Grifter, have it your way. You better have some work papers, else the only thing I'm authorized to give you is a kick in the seat. We can ask about... I've been on the road a long time. Let me rest these old bones a minute while I get my bearings. You've got 5 minutes. We have a strict no loitering policy. So I could ask about some information. That's fine. We only have 30 minutes here. I'm just going to kind of fly by the seat of my pants. But I'll hand over my papers. No need for hostilities, friend. I'm here by invitation. See for yourself if you'd like. You pull the signed work visa from an oilskin wallet you carry for such purposes. Looks legit. Who exactly are you meant to report to? Oh, okay. So, I'm either here to work security, and then I will receive Blacklist, which is a negotiation card, or I'm here to dig, and I will receive Shovel, which is a battle card. I personally just like the negotiation fights a great deal, so I will probably lean towards that. Playing this card against a new unique character adds their names to the list. Gain 1 damage for each name taken. 0 names. Oh, okay. So every time I use this on someone, its damage goes up by 1. That's pretty good. Do I look like a common laborer to you? I'm reporting to Lelin Philimo directly. Philimo? No way someone like you. Her eyes glance down at your work visa again, and this time she reads the fine print. I mean, of course you are, sir. We better hurry this along. Philimo doesn't like to be kept waiting. I still gotta search you, though. You got anything to declare? You rummage through your backpack, showing Kibi the contents. You've only got 1 thing worth declaring, though. So we can upgrade a negotiation card, receive the Amnesiator. The next card you play is played twice, then destroy it. Destroy after 1 use. Or triage kit, 2 healing vapors that are consumed on use. They apply 6 mending, which apparently heals by its amount and then lowers the amount by 1 every turn. We're going to upgrade a negotiation card, though. What are we going to upgrade? Well, an upgraded burn can either do 1 more damage or potentially have a range of damage. I mean, this character's whole gimmick seems to be gambling, so let's go with gambling. Alright. And then take your leave. So am I free to go? Yeah, whatever.
So who?
Thank you, officer. It's been a pleasure. But don't try anything funny in there. You go through the gate, but you feel like Kiwi will miss you when you're gone. Alright, so now we are sent to the map, where we have a couple places we can go. We can either head to the Baron Regional Headquarters, check in with your old friend Felimo to work for the Spark Barons, or we could go to the Labor Office. Kalandra, a local labor leader, has put out word that she's looking for some extra help. In the interest of doing the suave super spy whatever gimmick here, I'm going to go with the Spark Barons. Plus, I kind of get the feeling they're the bad guys, and it's fun to be the villain every once in a while. So, as you enter the official-looking building, you're stopped by an armed guard. Stay there and state your business, Grifter. Show him our papers. The official sort, my good soldier, nothing to fret about. You show Mirkot your signed papers. He somehow studies them while still fixing you with a suspicious glance. This checks out. Very well. You step inside. So, we can get little bits of information about the various people here. And people that you're likely to interact with multiple times will have feelings about you. So, let's talk to Felimo. Felimo's easy to recognize, even though the years have been a little too kind to him. You spot him lapping at a drink like a contented salamander. I see you've gone up in the world since discharging, eh, Rookie? Rook, you old scoundrel, you finally made it. Figured you'd be able to move faster than that, even with that bum leg of yours. Docktown's a long way from here, Felimo. And that's Captain Rook to you, even if we're both retired. I'll call you your Royal Highness if you can get the job done. Enough fiddle-faddle. Let's get you to work so you can see what I'm up against. Yeah, sure. You wouldn't have called me out here if it weren't for something interesting. I'll take the job. Excellent. If there's anyone who can get to the bottom of this, it's you. I have a couple things that need doing. Okay, so I get to pick a mission. A pack of auto dogs has malfunctioned and is terrorizing the bog, which gives me 80 money and lets me heal a little bit of my resolve as my negotiation health bar, health as my combat health bar, or I'll play and no work. Pluck has been shirking her duties. Felmo wants you to beat her up to set an example for the others. Rewards 60 shells, and I can upgrade a negotiation or a battle card. Yeah, sure. Let's rough up someone. My people tell me Pluck, a laborer, has been shirking responsibility. She's been given demerits, but it's clear she's angling for us to cancel her contract. I've seen this voluntary termination technique before. Can't be permitted. Seems the simplest solution is to just give Pluck what she wants, no? It's rather naive of you, Rook. This is clearly a ploy by the Rise, testing our authority. The Rise is a loose group of union organizers and freedom fighters campaigning for workers' rights across Bavaria. So what I'd like you to do is remind Pluck of her place. Contracts are meant to be kept. See to it that she gets a punishment she can't ignore. Pluck has been shirking her duties. Felmo wants you to beat her up to set an example for the others. Well, certainly. If I thought this would put Pluck out of commission, then I'd simply ask you to kill her. Your hand was always well weighted, though I think you'll see it through. My sources tell me you can expect to find Pluck drinking. Well, no more futzing about it. Have at it, Captain. Alright, now we go back to the map. I can buy factional items here while I'm on the clock.
Rez-de-chaussée?
So, you can buy Spark Baron equipment, which appears to be just battle cards, so that's okay. You find Pluck's hovel amidst the sprawl. Oh, okay. I was expecting a little bit more. So now we go bother Pluck. Between the fuel stains and fire in her eyes, it's easy to see a bit of yourself in Pluck. The human looks you up and down in suspicion. Confront Pluck about shirking. I hear you've been shirking your responsibilities, laborer.
Geomancer?
You a bounty hunter or something? I ain't no truant. I still show up to every shift.
Equipo.
Besides, if the barons don't like the work I put in, they can just fire me.
Tuto?
That's the power they got in it. I gotta serve my contract Hesh in high water, but they can do what they want. So I can attempt to negotiate with Pluck, or I can attempt to jump into some combat, which I'm gonna do the combat just because you know, I want to show them. So, there is one way out, of course. It's I pull out guns. So, probably should do the tutorial, but again, I'm insane and I like to go in blind. So, let's see here. Improvise a card for a pool of special cards. Apply 2 defense. These all seem pretty ordinary. So I have 13 damage coming my way. 3 defense isn't going to do much in that regard. So, let's improvise a card. Let's see what we got. Gain 2 charge. Rook can store charge in his empty cells. Charge can be used by certain cards for additional effects. Spend 1 charge, apply 1 impair and expend, or spend 1 charge, apply 2. Okay, so this is the only one we really can use, unfortunately. Never mind, we did have some charge. Well, look at us, we're loading. Let's see. Gain 1 power at the start of battle. Attack damage increased by 1. Even told to keep this target alive, remove 1 stack on attack, worn out, reaches 0, apply 1 stack. So we are going to just give you a switch damage. Spend 1 charge, deal bonus damage. 2 charge and 2 defense. So you... Well, we should 2 damage, and a status effect will be applied. So, first things first, we're going to enjoy the bonus damage on you. And then I will I'll probably just hunker down, get some defense, and blast you with really want to get this man out of the count first because he gets stronger every round. So I'm pretty sure that because my armor ain't buff. Curious. Action on it. The surface is disrupted. The bog caused a bird will emerge. The bird will return to the bog with the returns. When destroyed, the attacker gains 6 nothing. Oh, neat. Okay. So if I kill that, I get some healing. Which I am inclined to do. Oh, okay. That exists just for them. I see. Unfortunate. What are you doing? Oh, you're not attacking. Well, we're still gonna shoot you. Gain 2 concentration, draw a card. Increases the minimum damage of all attacks by 1. And your concentration damage. Draw 2 cards, or spend all charge, deal 1 bonus damage per charge spent. We'll be using that one. And 1 more blast. Alright, so if everyone's panicking, I can just end the conflict peacefully. into trouble. And then we will end our turn. We will simply go in hard. Unfortunate that she's getting damaged. Winded at the end of your turn. So that's just some unfortunate bit filler, unfortunately. We would like you down to the county line. So he's panicking again. That's one less damage. I'm taking quite a bit of damage. We will do special card. Overcharge, increase the max damage of all cards. For each step of overcharge, gaining a charge while fully charged grants overcharge instead. Oh, let's see. Flexion mark, gain one charge and reduce one. Sure. We will gain some defense. We'll pass. Alrighty. We are gonna just go in hard on the clock. Florida 8 strikes me as definitively better than 67. We rallied again, which is unfortunate, so we have to do 6 to him. We don't want to kill him. So... that and apply some defense. Taking quite a bit of damage. I think this combat might have been a little bit outside of what we really should have been going for, but I think we got there. You're surrendering. You. Let's see if we can't improvise something that doesn't just kill him. Hopefully we did. 2 to 3, we'll never start out. We'll put him in surrender range, and there we go. Accept their surrender. Okay. So, click a battle card. We will grab... Apply 2 ricochet to target enemy. Whenever this target takes damage from an attack, deal that much damage to a random enemy target and reduce ricochet by 1. That seems pretty good. Well, we'll pick up ricochet, sure. Stop. The Barons have made their point. I'll work myself to the grave if it means putting it off a few years. Excellent. I too pride myself on a job well done. I'm glad we could come to an agreement. So I am now... They are intimidated by me, and I am disliked by them. Which makes sense. I did just beat her up because her boss told me to. Alright, now we will go tell him that Plug has been dealt with. Get paid. Pluck has been dealt with. You didn't hurt her too badly, I hope. She still needs to get back to work in the morning. You get paid 60 shills. Quest bonus, upgrade a card. It feels fitting we upgrade a battle card. And let's... hot take, but I'm going to upgrade one of the Hunker Downs, because you see these little blue bar? The more you use a card, you fill up that bar, and once it gets full, it upgrades for free. So we'll upgrade one that I'm not super likely to use. And just applying more defense seems handy. Opportunity, caught in the chaos. Delano is being held for ransom by the Rise. Felimo wants you to get Delano out by whatever means necessary. Or food fight. Felimo wants you to defuse a potentially violent situation in the camp free. Well, this one just pays better and is negotiation focused, so we're going to do that one. Now see to it that the barons dine like the Kredeshi dynasties of Wales. But for the laborers, we process some of the biomass extraction byproduct into a nutritional paste. Oh, that's gross.
Sure, Puana too.
I'm surprised you haven't cracked under the strain of your jealousy. Please, Rook, I've tasted it myself. No worse than Admiralty field rations. It's calories and nutrients, exactly what's needed to keep the workforce healthy. Unfortunately, the ingrates aren't satisfied. They've been causing chaos at the serving lines, and it's holding up meal breaks. Ah, a delay in operations jeopardizes the whole mission. As you well know. We accept. See that the ruckus is quelled, so I can turn my brain power back to the bottom line. As you Oh, and I suppose you'll be wanting to requisition some supplies, but I'm afraid that's not on the table, friend. You're a contractor, after all. Try the bartender over at the last stand. It's an unsavory sort of place, and it will serve unsavory sorts like you. Otherwise, I'm sure you'll find everything you need. You always were resourceful. All right, let's just jump right in. He says refreshment and healing. That's all right. My resolve is pretty high. You step through the door and find a group of workers facing off against a solitary baron. You already got your rations. Now take a walk. That wasn't enough, and you know it. How are we supposed to get our job done if we're half-starved? Your robot ain't here to protect you today, Baron. They pause as you enter, both looking at you expectantly. We will talk to the Spark Baron. The Baron gives a sigh of relief when he sees you. Your fellow man. My usual enforcers in the repair shops, so of course the local rabble are pushing their luck today. Please take care of this so I can get back to business. Threaten him to stop skimming the food. I don't want him to dislike me. Convince him to compromise. You'll have to convince both sides to accept the compromise, or convince him to back you up in a fight. Or I can talk to the other person instead. We will... Honestly, I would like to convince them to compromise, but I really only have time for one more diplomacy. So, excuse me, the most talkative of the workers steps forward. Our contract says we're supposed to get 2 square a day, but this slop ain't enough. This Baron is cutting our rations and expecting us to pay him to make up the difference. We won't be extorted anymore. Well, we'll just have to threaten them into submission. You have a problem with your contracts, take it up with your foreman. Now get out of here before I lose my temper. At the end of your turn, incept 2 intimidated unplayables. Okay. So this adds a debuff to them. I'm starting out with my coin. We're going to apply some composure. We're going to blacklist you immediately. Because that is just the card that you use all the time. Then we'll end our turn. So this incepts that, which makes hostility cards more effective, which is good because we're kind of hostility focused. Gamble is flipping the coin. Alright, so we will hit you. Suspicion. Diplomacy cards deal less damage with a minimum. Yeah, that's fine. We're not being diplomatic. Alright, and then... I mean, it's free damage. Why not? We lose our intimidation, but that's fine. Enter. So this is a turn where we're kind of just going to it would seem. I think I still like our coin. Well, we could flip it. Fun here. That. Alright, wonderful. Oh, and when destroyed, they lose 6 resolve. So this just does 6 damage if I can deal 2 to that. We'll implement the card, that's fun. pair of cards. That's fine. Well, we'll draw and discard, I suppose.
Delta.
Alright. In theory.
C'est le PC.
Oh, that could have been a minute, but it wasn't. So,
Una
just gonna
sauce.
tank up and end up.
Totalement.
There we go. This is what we wanted. 5 to 7 to everything.
Station pas.
Touche pas.
And argument 1. Deal +1 damage for every argument you have. Discard a card to gain dominance equal to its cost, which causes hostility cards to deal more damage. And head turner. So it looks like we're going full hostility, which is a-okay. We'll go on up close, why not?
Mosel pas.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Supama.
You might want to be careful when walking around the bog at night, Grifter. Follow Paulo loves you. You've managed to capture his loyalty, don't waste it. Torpor Fiend. When you sleep, gain 2 experience on a random card. Neat. So yeah, that's the benefit of getting people to love you, is they give you boons. And who doesn't love a good old boon? Thanks, pal. You really have to be firm with these scrubs, eh? Give them an inch and they'll come. Give them an inch and they'll come to take all of your inches. So we're the bad guys in this run, and if you would like to see more of us being the bad guys, there's one place where I can guarantee that to you, and that is twitch.tv/MoonRoster, where I will be playing 3 more hours of this game, perhaps even of this run, on Thursday, October 1st. So, if you're interested in seeing the fate of our friendly neighborhood, well, fascist really, Rook, then swing on down and give it a watch. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.